stars. When all I had was 50 cent, they laughed, all of them in my face. So I'm 50 cent, I'll laugh all the way to the bank. I remember being 15, wrecking my brain, waiting to blow like a 15-second grenade. Cousins had AR-15, weapon rebate, point blank, talking M16s, press at your brain. 17 with inf beams.
My name is Misterelle. I'm from Richmond, Virginia. I've been performing for 1 year. Well, my downtime, I like to write music pretty much. That's pretty much all I do, is write music and play video games, or I don't play much sports anymore. I used to play basketball a lot, but not much anymore. I just write music. My music is more like day-to-day, 9-to-5 type stuff, you know. It's kind of like a walkthrough in the life of just an ordinary guy from Richmond, Virginia, who sees these hard things from time to time, but it's like it's pretty much typical where I'm from. I'm from the north side of Richmond, Virginia. So, and if you're familiar with that, I mean, the audience, if they're familiar with that, then they might know what I'm talking about. You see a lot, and you end up subjecting yourself to a lot. But I came out unscathed, so I'm just happy to be here. I've performed in Aurora, I performed in Bodilla's, I performed at Strange Matter, I performed at VCU, I performed at Emilio's just recently. Pretty much all the hot spots downtown where there's open mics for, and they're more receptive to rap music. I pretty much perform there.
They got the keys to that Jeep, get that misdemeanor. I want the keys to my Jeep with no misdemeanor. 100 grand in the bag with no trick-or-treater. See, all they do is fantasize about.
When all I had was 50 cent, they laughed, all of them in my face. So I'm 50 cent, I'll laugh all the way to the bank. I remember being 15, wrecking my brain, waiting to blow like a 15-second grenade.
Intro, to me, I always felt like it was like this, it was this show that really was a platform for local artists in our region. And I knew people didn't know about it, like, cause I used to come home from work, and then like it'd be like 2, 3 in the morning. Sometimes it'd come on, and I'm looking at all the artists who was on it, and all of them, as far as I knew, was doing things afterwards. It was like it seemed like it worked for them, I guess. And then I was like, I gotta get on that show, but I had no songs, I had nothing, no videos, nothing. I'd never done a show before. And that's enough to make people be like, yeah, give up on that. Like, yeah. But then I was like, nah, I think I can get on that show, but I gotta do something. So then I linked up with my manager D, like early December. Shortly after that, I ended up calling to see about the intro. I was trying to find who shot it, and then when I got up with him, I said, I remember he told me to call him, and I was like, yo, we were first trying to get somebody else on the show, and then it turned out it was like kept getting spun back to me, and I really truly wanted to be on the show myself. So I was like, this was going to be like an experiment to see how it worked for this guy, and then we was going to move me in on that. Then so the more music I started getting, the more shows I started doing. Like, and at that time, I was doing shows. I just started doing shows, and we was doing like 3 shows a week when I started. And I had no songs. I was doing the same 2 songs that I didn't record yet, and it was crazy. And that was Everyone's Playing Solitary, and Sir Isaac Newton, that song Misterelle's Branching Out mixtape, and everybody was like, yeah, where can I find your music? And I was like, you can't find it. but but it'll be out soon enough, and that dropped like April 17th. Then Friday Fun Club came October 4th. And by then, I kept tabs on the intro and everybody that's coming on the show, because I specifically was paying attention to how it worked for like Aunt Hayla, Amber Yolita, Makia Downing. I was like, and then just recently the Praheem guy who shot the movie, I hope I'm saying it right, Troop 491. Which is and I wanted to. I still haven't seen it, but I saw like some snippets of it. I thought it was cool from intro, and intro just seemed like one of those things that actually help artists. Like I think somebody's watching this and saying like, this is where the talent is, but they're not saying anything yet or something. I don't know, but one thing I knew that it was one of those things that you gotta see the significance in it without it having be like Drake blew from it or something. Like you see how it's actually working and how these people are actually traveling now, doing shows overseas. Like I was like, all I want to do is just make a living of being an artist. This might have seemed like a small move to somebody else, but it's a big deal for me because this was the first thing I said I was going to do before I got anything done. And now I'm here, so. What I dislike about the music business is not much. If anything, I would say the politics. Where we're from in Richmond, Virginia, people talk a lot about how bad the music scene is, but the music scene is great as far as, to my knowledge, but I think that the politics everywhere is pretty bad as far as music goes, and especially hip-hop music. So I would say if I disliked anything, it would be the politics. Advice I would give to an aspiring artist out there is to trust yourself, because everybody seems like they have the remedy, but I think that the best way to go and the best approach to take is to trust yourself. Don't censor yourself. Trust that you're doing the right thing, regardless of what people say.
So it starts. When all I had was 50 cent, they laughed, all of them in my face. So I'm 50 cent, I'll laugh all the way to the bank. I remember being 15, wrecking my brain, waiting to blow like a 15-second grenade. Cousins had AR-15 weapon rebate, point blank, talking M16s pressed at your brain. 17 with inf beams where we were raised. To all my two shift keys, capital raise, capital AKs. Half of them aim, screaming the police if they catch us, give fake names. Tell her you sat on your while I made change, so sit down on your $5 before I make change. Girl, play hard to get, knew I'd have her by 8th grade. Though ever since my arrival, no more asking if they came. Hand on a Bible, they ain't ratchet as they claim. Hand on a rifle, scare your pastor, then say praise. Stabbed in the spinal, then it's back to the chain gang. Pop quiz, test them, bet they pass it with straight A's. In the places where they live, will remind you of they live. The day lives on, but tomorrow I say slain. In a world where they label you a up in, and the world's just a big place to up in. And with that said, let's get up then. And with that said, let's get up then. Are you paying for this? Then shut the up then, and find a holiday in where we can up in. Yeah, in our world. Our world. Yeah, our world. Yeah, in our world. Yeah, our world. Stop your blood clot crying, and now stop chopping onions in my HS and appliance. I'm Vega when I'm slicing, and you're playing with them bison on MK Deadly Alliance. Give them the loud shh, better make them quiet as a baby pacifying, or witnessing a killing and I'm paying for your silence. Discipline and cheering all librarians when filing, shishing them to listen, meditation to a psychic, or a display of pantomiming. Ain't saying that it's mining, but take them to the tomb. Donating them to science, so I'm taking them to school. Laying in my drool, I'm laying, never lying. You take up the assignments, I'll just take up for the righteous. Color me whatever, just don't paint me a maroon, or label me the fool like people under the stairs as I ollie down your stairs. Don't hate on how I'm grinding fire stations in the hydrants, the pavement in the pool. Trappers throw pebbles, this is David and Goliath, but I'd rather not pedal. I'm thinking grind rail, I'm skating while you're biking. Rebels say that I'm a riot. Aviators and the pilots are saying I'm the flyest. Dictators and the tyrants are saying that I rule and mimic statues till they make one in my likeness in my Spike Lee joint. 40 acres and a mule in the world where they label you a up in, when the world's just a big place to up in. And with that said, let's get up then. And with that said, let's get up then. Are you paying for this? And shut the up then, and find a holiday in where we can up in. Our world, yeah. Our world, our world. In the world where they label you a up in. And with that said, let's get up then. With that said, let's get up then. Antagonist, dragon, spit, thankful in your hand for this year. With all Lonnie Wayne. And it starts Friday Fun Club. Antagonist, dragon, spit, thankful in the hand for this year. Show behind the boards. Yeah.
My latest music video and my first music video is Our World, which is the second track on Friday Fun Club. The concept of the song is pretty much being in the inner city and the reflections of living in the inner city. And in the music video is actually pretty much me telling the story. And it's like the first verse, it's more about what it was like in far as past tense, and the second verse is how I feel about those things now. And so I look at and if you look at the video, it's actually shot really cool. It's like it's actually in slow motion. I'm in slow motion, but it's caught up in the lyrics. It's like it was an effect. It took a while to do. It was cold outside, but we got it done. It was shot by DJ Grandeur of Silver Drop. Shout out to DJ Grandeur. And a lot of people had stuff to do with it. My manager D, DeLeon, artist under my manager, he's actually in the video. He has a cameo. A lot of people everybody who has something to do with the video, shout out to them. I have 2 projects out currently. My first project was Misterelle's Branching Out. That was a mixtape. And my second project is Friday Fun Club, which came out October 4th. It's not quite an album, not quite a mixtape, so we call it a project. And it's 13 tracks, and it's pretty, I mean, not to say just because it's mine, but it's actually pretty good. They could find my information, my music everywhere. You can go to my Facebook page. That's at facebook.com/Misterelle Music, twitter.com/Misterelle Music. Pretty much Misterelle Music on all the sites, and you can pretty much find my biographies and my music and everything. I'd like to make a correction. My Twitter page is twitter.com/AirMisterelle. That's AIRMISTERELLE. And my YouTube channel is youtube.com/MrBranch1. That's MISTABRANCH1, the number. So, and yeah, and the music, my latest project, Friday Fun Club, is still free for download. It's on Bandcamp. You can download the tracks individually from SoundCloud. My SoundCloud is soundcloud.com/Misterelle Music.
Okay.
Everybody treat yourself like they say. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Verse 1.